something around. I was like, well, so what am I gonna do? Right now I still have the Xbox hooked up and everything, and like at least I got some kind of entertainment if something like that comes around. But I don't know what I'm gonna do if I do decide to go to a second monitor, like actual Gata monitor. Well, I don't know. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna. So, I guess what I'm more thinking about is like, okay, so eventually they're gonna get rid of the Xbox, like they did the 360. They're eventually gonna stop supporting it web-wise. So what am I gonna do then? Am I gonna upgrade to the next Xbox, or am I not going to?
I guess I wouldn't.
Well, so okay, here's the problem then. What do I do when it's lightning? Because I don't like gaming with the PC or the laptop when there's lightning around.
Well, you could.
And
I mean,
I know
that's
other gamers that do that too. So that's
yeah, but I mean that's a thing. The Xbox too would have. See, do I need
yeah,
to
but I
join the
don't.
farm here?
That's the thing is, I don't care about the Xbox. That's why I use it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets fired, that's fine. It's not like the gaming PC. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so did I just get one just so that I have that? I guess I do have the NES Classic and stuff, but
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. Let's see. I okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. I forgot if I had that. Okay. Well, what? Because it didn't save, so what we're gonna.
Well, Harveston, if you want to, you could. I think you can use our combine on this, or
Okay.
you can run that grain trailer.
Which
So this is a big field. I think I got the right. Yeah, I got the right header on there.
in a while I had to remember the hell buttons I. Yeah, I still have to. All right, or look down at my.
Oh, well, it's actually getting confusing for me now because I haven't been playing this. I've been doing that mining game.
Oh right, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
probably different
and
controls.
it's just different enough that I'm like, okay, what am I doing again, or am I doing this?
Which field can we harvest?
It's 10. It's the one that's blinking on your map. Probably off to your left to the back.
There we go. Yeah, I guess I don't. Well. Well, another thing. Well, a thing you could do though, well, you should just do anyway, regardless of where you have lightning, is you should get yourself a UPS, which will also function surge protector for but
What's
mostly
a UPS?
on that uninterrupted power supply or battery backup. I assume you have had.
No. I've only had one at work, and that was at the last job, and they
And
didn't
it's
really feel that they were beneficial.
well,
They thought they were a waste of money.
well, they are until they just fry. Unless you guys weren't using like high end.
No, my PC at my last job was pretty high end, and actually the ones at this one are fairly high end. They're
Well,
actually
I mean,
gaming
well
PCs.
then, because that's what it save it from frying the power supply or other components. That's why you use power surge. Well, when the power goes out, it just doesn't shut it down.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the power going down. I'm just more worried about like a
Well,
lightning strike.
that's what's going to kill your computer. I mean, that can happen without light. That will kill it more. I mean, yes, a lightning strike just right, but it's more apt that the power go out and kill something. Like I have one. So I have my router and modem into it.
That's why,
I mean,
like,
I
you'll
don't
never
necessarily
see me.
need to
You
have
don't.
those, but it's like it's for because like we never, almost never have like long term power outages. It's more like a couple minutes or something, or it'll blip here and there. And it's like, well, that it's kind of the blips that can damage.
Yeah, but that's why I don't play when.
Yeah, but that can happen
Um.
when anytime, you know.
Yeah, but I still try to do the best I can do, at
Yeah,
which is just not play at all.
yeah. Like where like where the laptop has the battery, you got that cushion if you have power surges, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just something to think about, and then it would put your save your save your what protection for your like you pretty much have like a whole house to protect like the fridge and all that because no, I've never had that happen. And like probably pretty
Yeah,
rare,
I'm
but
not. I'm not. See, those things I'm not concerned about. I'll just replace them. I mean, it'll be an inconvenience, but
yeah.
I'll just replace them. Um, but the PC is something that I'm gonna try
Well, and
not
that's
to
what I'm saying. You
replace.
should probably eventually invest in, or so if there isn't, just random outage or surge, especially in the summertime, electrical. I I have one on the pellet stove too for kind of a similar reason because when it has to have the draft fan short period. I mean, it'll run it for 20, 30 minutes if it had to, but it's mostly for fry that board. It's so a power blip or whatever wintertime doesn't fry that. Got a circuit board controls the fogger. Then, like I said, if it's projected to be off for a while, then gives me time. I can get generator out and plug the house into the necessities. That's an extreme case. It's like, oh well, have you got to try out expeditions yet, or have you actually bought it yet? I guess.
I bought it and I
Okay.
downloaded it. No, I
Yeah.
haven't tried it.
I haven't got it installed yet, or whatever.
It's installed now.
Oh, okay.
I was installing it. I was installing it when I text the picture. I went ahead and got the. It's called the Supreme Edition, so it came with that extra. It basically came with everything. I figure for I figure I could pay. I think it was like actually it was probably an extra $20. It was $20 is what it cost me
That
because
gets
that
you
was after taxes.
all the maps possible, and all the vehicles or
Oh,
accessory.
yep,
Oh,
yep. And then it came with the season one pass. So any new vehicles that come out under season one, I'll get. Yeah, I figure why not? It's an extra 20. I keep saying extra. It was $20, so basically the basically the payment got me the game and then a little bit into that, and I just finished paying the rest of it.
yeah. Well,
So
before I hopped on, I finally pulled the trigger and bought me RC. I bought. Well, I don't know if I sent you a picture. They FMS brand came out with a new it's a Chevy CK10 square body.
yeah, yeah,
They had one before, but this is a different platform which has a little more ground clearance. It has portal axles. It's a better. It'll be a better crawler.
mm-hmm.
Where the first one they came out with was really just kind of a, well, pretty much just like a 4-wheel drive pickup, but you know, it's more like kind of more realistic to the pickup uh, regular axles. So yeah, it kind of up on this has a 2-speed transmission and some other features. First has more ground clearance, and the thing is I was gonna buy the other one and just kept kind of procrastinating. Again, kind of like, well, I really don't need. Every time I'd go, I was like, well, I really don't need this. I really don't. Well, I don't need it, of course. But but
Yeah.
I like, well, I mean, YouTube money paid, one month of YouTube money more than paid for it. So like, okay, and then, but really, what did it is I saw how I excuse me, how I justified it is I sold my wood chipper I haven't used, and I sold it for the exact amount that this costs. So okay, I use that money for it. That's how I thought you were coming around.
No, I'm going around so that my auger's on the
Oh,
outside.
okay. Your direction. But anyway, so I placed the order, and then I bought some extra extra parts, body parts and stuff for another body. Well, I'll probably customize both. I won't leave it stock. I mean, I will for a while. Like I think I told you or talked about, like, because this is lifted and be a good, but I think a good basis to make Billy Bob's pickup from Varsity Blues. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I got to thinking, that might be a fun project, and um,
It is somewhat of an iconic truck.
well,
It's not like it's not like the Smokey and the Bandit car, but it still is a pretty iconic truck.
well, right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when you know, you know. Well, and
Yeah.
that's the thing is I'll take it up in the mountains or just around town, when playground and stuff like that, because a lot of the playgrounds and stuff got little piles, and we go,
Hmm.
of course, the backyard. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, like when it's out in public or something, somebody again might recognize it, And then
Yeah.
so like I bought a second body, and that's what I'll make it. Now I'll have to design and 3D print. Somebody might have already made a file, but if they haven't, I'll try my hand at designing and 3D printing. Heck, I might even have to enlist a little bit of or help if I can't get something to hook up as far as drawing part,
Yeah.
modeling, I guess. But it should be simple enough. Light bar uh, and all that, and then like the bumpers and stuff, because it is a little bit custom. And I bought like extra body and extra stuff because it has, it doesn't have the stock Chevy grill in there. It's got the tubular ones that were real popular.
Hmm.
That were on. And I'll probably have to replace the tires and stuff because it had a little bit of mud or bogger type treads where I wouldn't call it street, but it comes with not aggressive. But like I said, it'll be fine for and
Yeah.
then the body, the the one I bought it with, and I'll maybe weather it or something. Not go as far as Derek's, but
Yeah.
make some rust. The typical Chevy rust and stuff over the wheel wells or. I don't know. I really haven't thought that part through. I guess how I'd
Yeah.
want a weathered, like you know, if anything, it might get kind of into like say like a lifted farm truck or something, put a diesel barrel in the back and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
or what? Not sure on the not 100% sure how. Anyway, so I ordered it direct from manufacturer's web. Not sure exactly how long it'll take. I probably shipped it out of California warehouse,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't take. I watched a lot of videos on it, of course, Traxxas is a well-known brand, obviously.
Yeah.
And this FMS it's Chinese. Well, so is Traxxas, but I mean, this company is. I don't necessarily know that it's headquartered here in the U.S., but they it's a competitive product to Traxxas. Traxxas makes one too. It's a little different, slightly different scale. I mean, like this one's supposed to be 1/18th scale, but it's actually
Hmm.
slightly probably bigger than 1/18th, and where the
Hmm.
Traxxas one is advertised as 1/18th too. But like I've actually seen it in the hobby store, and it looks good and everything, but it's slightly smaller, and it's more of a short bed too, which fine, but it's got different suspension, a little different. It's not a two-speed transmission, and I thought, well, does that really matter to me? But I was kind of watching the videos, and it's like, well, the second speed might be nice when you want to, walk along and drive it, otherwise, and not crawling, actually it goes faster than the walking speed. anyway, there was reasons I couldn't decide. They were both the same price, basically. But the Traxxas's like parts and accessories are like way more expensive. For this one, like want like another battery, it's like $10. Traxxas one's like 25 or 30. That's partly you're paying for the name, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe paying for better quality. I don't know. Way the there was kind of some side by side videos, and it's like, well, they're pretty simple. This has some, well, it has a combination of plastic and metal gear, but it has the metal gears kind of work. Plus, they sell upgrade kits and they're aftermarket. I mean, yeah, I can see, and I guess this is why I didn't buy it like a year ago. The first version, like, and you kind of know what about this, is that it's like it might get out of hand. It's like, oh well, I need a better transmitter, or now I need these different tires, or I want to put wheel weights in or something, to improve performance.
Yeah.
All this other stuff, and like, I guess I kind of just really wanted to mess around in the backyard, kind of, and then take it and like when we go to the playground or go to the mountains, especially camp. Sometimes we just day trip stuff. So I think I'll get a lot of use out of it, and as Tucker can kind of learn to drive something like that, there's like the one you bought, Derek, cheaper version, which of course definitely not on this par quality, but that's what started this, is messing around with that, making sure it ran. It was kind of good because I found that broken connection, and he would have got it kind of operable condition. But
yeah,
even though it didn't have proportional steering and proportional throttle, it was just kind of like all on or off and all that. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And then I had fun, customizing. Okay? But I'd probably buy Tucker like started. They're not quite hobby like, this is like beginner hobby grade what I bought. This is more like a better than a toy. Like, he's got a couple of RCs, but they're toy RCs. And unlike the old Tycos and stuff from Radio Shack, the new stuff is not even remotely as good as that. And those weren't the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all right, but I had a lot of fun with my Harley Davidson pickup, but same platform.
Yeah.
Whatever, like from the. But and I can tell, like, he has this little remote control dump truck, and granted, it was like $12. Runs on 2 days, can't expect much, but on hard surface, it doesn't go too fast, and it has enough power. You can put a little bit in the bed, but it has full steering and reverse. Now it doesn't automatically dump, but it actually works pretty good. But it's got to be on like perfect, like in our kitchen, or it doesn't work on carpet stuff. So I can tell he wants something that, this is a pickup, he could bed and actually drive it around. Got the power to actually kind of pull a little, fall a little. So yeah, maybe we'll get.
You may have to get some of this on this hillside, because this header is hitting a little bit
I
too
wondered,
tall
because I
for
was
some
going
of
up
this.
and down. Yeah, I'll go over there. I was wondering, because when I was going
You'll
up and
see
down,
it when you come back around the field, but
no, I know what you're
I've got,
talking about, because mine was even kind of
actually,
like,
there might be another way I can get it, because it's just the way that it's slanted. Let's try this. This is a This is the bad part with these with these hillsides. Oh, yeah, I picked it up. Okay. Yeah, because I got such a big header on this case that. But that's what came with the contract, so didn't have a choice.
In a way, I kind of like this narrower. Not so much this field, but like some of the others were tighter. Like on
Yeah.
that, was it that coast map or something? It's like our equipment was almost a little too big for that.
East Coast map that we
Well,
did.
I don't know where, because the fields were smaller and there was lots of tree, like more.
Oh, I think you're talking about. Yeah, that was in Pennsylvania. You're talking about Bucks County.
That's it.
Bucks
Yeah.
Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. It sure felt like more like the East Coast. That's
Yeah.
why I said that.
Yeah, I had to think of what map I've had you play that would have been.
I like the map for just again a change of pace. I guess you'd say the scenery,
Yeah.
but our equipment was almost a little big for it. Made maneuvering.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to expeditions. So, you basically got everything that they have available right now.
Yep.
Sounds like.
And then
So,
I'll have any DLC. Basically, I'll get any DLC that comes out until they switch to season 2, which I think is at the beginning of next year.
okay.
So any DLC that comes out this year, I'll get it.
So how many maps is it? Just the 3 or
I think right now it's just I thought it come with 4.
okay? And I could be wrong. I did. I watched a few videos, but not
Yeah, I thought
depth.
it
And it,
came with 4, but I'm
okay.
not 100% on that. I just know that I definitely got the Colorado one, which
Well,
is
that's the one
what I
again
really wanted.
for obvious reasons, but just to see how they stylized it. If it's kind of Colorado in feel, or if there's some recognizable terrain, like this is near the dunes, or this is near Grand Junction. This
No, it's not going to be like that. This is going to be more like down in Durango and in that area.
well, that's what it looked
Uh,
like to me. So like the high plains, then.
yeah, kind of the deserty area. And then I know it comes with Arizona. Um, I don't know what other ones it came with. I just remember seeing those two. The thing that's going to be kind of um when I
Or
do,
are you in the tractor?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, guess I could.
I know I'm coming
All
around.
right, or I guess I could.
Because I'm
Run.
on the other side of the field from where you are when I stopped. So
I guess I could.
no, don't use the truck. Nope. I'm unloading you right now.
Yeah.
No, what'll be so there's gonna be tutorials, and so I've debated I'll probably just stream them because I guess it's kind of like ATS. I don't plan on playing it unless I'm streaming it. At least at the moment, I don't plan on it. So So probably streaming the tutorials too.
Okay. Well,
Um,
you'll probably do that. So I'll be able to see what it's like because it'll think
yeah,
about getting it. Well, actually, it's probably when I get to co-op, probably when.
yeah. Well, I think that's gonna be the way it is for a lot of people.
And I'm well, I guess it'd be like probably like ATS. Hoping.
Maybe
I'm trying to figure out like
like
how it'll be structured.
like on SnowRunner, say you're building a building, it might send one of us to go get the poles, it might send someone else to go get the sheeting or whatever, the
Okay.
sides.
Yeah. I
I
see.
don't know with Expedition what that's gonna look like, considering that what you're doing is kind of exploring around. But
Well, and see, maybe that's a deal where you got to explore the map and find things or things. It's kind of like, well, you can split up the tasks or, you know, I don't know. Because again, I saw some stuff where it's like, okay, you got to get out and look at binoculars. Don't look in the right direction. Don't complete a thing
yep.
or an objective.
But the thing is, like, we could always just like jump on a map and just cruise around
Well, I'm
too, as
sure,
far as
yeah, they just sandbox it, but it might be, who knows, might
yeah.
be fun to certain objectives.
Yeah. Oh, this is full. Okay, I gotta take the.
I figured it'd probably
I'm
be
gonna take
about
the.
full butter in there.
Where's the green cell point?
Thought
How
maybe
far away is it?
Ronnie or
Yeah, might be too early. He might be recording
well,
too.
that's true. It is early, and so it's 2 weeks just things going on.
Two
Nothing to
weeks
do.
or 3 weeks?
2 or 3, I can't
Come
remember.
on,
Like it's been,
I don't remember. It's probably been 3.
yeah, maybe 'cause the first time I couldn't. Oh yeah, that's right. He had a be. I was kind of a 4-H gathering. Yeah, it's called Flick City, which well, you saw some of the. It's a bunch of like slides and stuff inside, and well, mats or something. I can get going. A lot of them are kind of like water slides, but of course, I, we didn't do any of. Yeah, so that was a Friday night deal. Stream, and then last week, yeah, you had.
Okay, and the week before your side city, I was actually going to a run, so that's why I think it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and that kind of worked out because it's like, well, I could have streamed. I was also like, I kind of like to just veg out to some
Yeah,
Friday night because, well, I'm excited to see you stream Expedition. I can see what it's like. Telling one of my coworkers that he doesn't game, but I was explaining, oh, we stream with Kyle, and like I've streamed for a long time, but just not games, and kind of do this chat, kind of podcast, whatever, and kind of mentioned. And he's into like off roading and stuff, so I was sort of talking about the Expedition game. Well, I don't know. I don't exactly know what you do in it, but it's more centered around off roading and touring, and seemed kind of interesting.
yeah,
He's younger than me.
yeah. Well, and the other thing is, what I really want to do right now is I want to play that mining game some more because I worked on it. Actually, I had it Sunday, um, but I have enough money now that I can buy a truck, and so now I want to build the wash plant. Um, and I don't know how long that's gonna take. So I got a bunch of things going on, but I also found a map on FarmSim to kind of play offline too. So at least I've got something I can kind of do while I wait to stream this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to go if I'm gonna get to in the morning or not. That's why I'm waiting on this phone call because I may have to just get up and go to Kearney to go help the gal friend out. So, which I'm gonna tell her, look, I just skipped a stream that I get paid for to come up and help you. Do you think this? So, do you really think that this is an issue like you thought it was?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember you talking about that, and it's like, but again, like mine and your generation don't. I mean, aren't as up and up
she's
like that. This is the
she's
thing. I
starting
mean,
to she's starting to warm up to it like a little bit because I finally said she brought up the games the other night again. This is like a couple weeks ago, and I said, "Look, I said the games I play, it doesn't matter when I play them. Um, I'm like they're there when when I get to play them, and if I don't get to play them, they're still where I left them when I played them last."
yeah,
And then she brought up the stream, and I'm like, I probably should have just told her then and there. It's like I don't think that's the problem because you're usually gonna be asleep or at work when I stream. So,
yeah.
but I
But
didn't.
yeah.
But
Well, it's like actually, Katie probably wish I streamed because I can. But if I'm not, or like printing something or out in the garage doing, and um, whatever, I haven't been lately. I rental and stuff. But I'm usually couch commando. Like, well, it's usually something we both enjoy. But she's got these about this. My son, like,
yeah,
she's watching probably the Oak Island gold or whatever treasure hunt or whatever,
oh
something
no,
like that.
that's something else. She's like, I've gone over there to do whatever or hang out with them, whatever, and gotten to a point where like she'll let me goof around with her son or horse around or whatever you want to call it, and she'll sit there and start watching a soap opera, and I was like, well, there's no way that I'll be able to watch a soap opera with her, but I'm like, uh, I'm like, see, you're doing your own thing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is like, yeah. I mean, Katie's kind of like, yeah, you're but see, she also understands that it's like, no, we're not. Again, both of us are not making buku dollars off of streaming, or but
No,
it's you know it's working kinda. It's a hobby, but it's working something.
yeah,
But again, as I've always said, I'd do this even if I wasn't getting paid.
no. Well, how
Because
many years did I
it's just
do it without getting
it's
paid?
it's enjoyable, and like this has worked out great because Friday it's nice mind for the
Yeah.
week and stuff, and better than
Well,
others, and
it's nice to actually be able to multiplay too now as much as I do. I
well,
mean,
that's it.
it's
I
fun. It's fun to kind of work on your own farm and things, but it's kind of nice to farm and be able to talk to someone.
well, and that's the thing. Like I in the beginning, just more to get myself familiar game, I kind of played a little just by myself, and it's like and I can again set goals and want to do things, but I don't want I don't want to use the word boring, but that's the word I'm going to use. But yeah, maybe it was a little bit lonesome because there isn't a lot else going on. It isn't like a GTA 5 or a something that has a lot of action going. So you're not
Yeah.
thinking about, okay, I'm the only one in the environment. This is, well, more like real life when you're sitting in the combine. It's just you, you know.
Yeah.
You may have the radio on, and again, I could listen to music, and that's helps. But and maybe it's different for me and you. It's like, well, we grew up doing this, so it's kind of like a little, you could argue, close to home. So, okay, you in
Yeah.
the tractor to load?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just getting back to my combine.
yeah, go do
I
you,
think,
and
and I think my combine is right in front of you.
it is. That's why I was asking. I was flipping around, and I realized.
Yeah, I took it to go get unloaded. And we're actually, I guess we're kind of at that stage now where she's just trying to feel things out and
Well, yeah,
figure out what I really am all about.
yeah. Well, different. Kind of a
Yeah. Her boy watches a lot of YouTube, watches a lot of it's a stream. I don't know the streamers, well, it's not it's not a stream. They're YouTube videos, but they're like they look like, and I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it's like some kind of a Lego game that you can build almost anything you want to. And so then him and his, sometimes he's got buddies and sometimes it's just him, but he thinks of different challenges of things that he has to build. And like the game is set up so that, or the way he's in it is it's basically he can do whatever he wants to in the world. It's kind of a sandbox, but he has to figure out like how to build whatever to get through this scenario or that scenario. And
okay.
I kind of find it actually kind of found it kind of interesting, so I kind of watch it with him. But
Well, it came to mind. I just thought it's like, well, another thing that could happen, or like certain situations, like you could. Well, again, don't know enough, but it's like it, you could stream and be kind of a duo. I mean, it'd be like gaming or something that you could like have topics, or it'd be somebody else other than me to bounce conversation off. Now that's always
yeah,
a thing. That could be a
yeah,
what like that could be a middle of the week. You yeah, it's that's because I always thought about doing that with Katie. It's like she could whatever, but like if I streamed and stuff, we could kind of have a. I haven't thought it more than like, okay, we could talk about something like his and hers, husband and wife type.
hmm,
You get the whole deal is you get 2 point of view.
yeah,
But again, I hadn't really. Maybe that would be a draw or a unique. Maybe some
yeah,
stream or whatever. I mean, again, like I said, I can't go any farther than thinking about that. It's something we could do together. I mean, on
Yeah.
Swanee didn't work graveyard because it was fun the last while, but last couple times been with us,
Yeah.
chat, But maybe left off 6
Well, you could
happened.
actually probably, if depending on, I know you probably don't want to play it too much, but you get him. We could all do a Minecraft thing.
That's true. Have to learn
Yeah, but
the
we
controls.
could set it up to we could set it up so that it's not like what. So survival mode with multiplayer is really rough and hard, but um we could set it up so that it's we could just do an easy casual kind of play. Just kind of basically just build stuff. We could build something.
Well, that's the thing.
That
But
might have to be like a Saturday night thing, like you're talking about. He might not.
well, right, we can
We might
choose a
have to.
different night or whatever night can work for him. Or can probably be. Well, Tucker's. I don't know. It seems like he's probably checked out from the school library about every Minecraft related book out of there. Read them several times because there's books about what survival mode is and creative mode and
Mhm.
just the different. I mean, it's very high level, basic. It's cool. And the Garst is so I mean, I'm probably just gonna turn him like here's the controller, figure it out because like I said, I'm not gonna really know.
Well, that's what. But
Magician.
see, that's how I did it because I didn't have any way of. I
You can
That's
watch
exactly how
videos
I
and stuff,
started.
and
Is I downloaded it, started playing it, and I was like, oh well, this didn't work. Why didn't that work? Okay, what do I need to do now? And then I started watching. The thing is, I also started watching streams on it, and it's
yeah.
like, oh well, that's what he did differently than what I did, and that seemed to work. And
Well, and see that's the thing. It's like I would seek it because seek out some Minecraft videos, but kind of like I don't know what would be appropriate or what get would get the knowledge until we're playing it or he's playing. What knowledge do you need what are what is he having trouble with? Find a video.
yeah,
That's probably how we'll go about it. And who knows? I for me, my interest is fairly low in that game. Like I I I get the concept and I think it's amazing and I think it's a good game that most kids should probably because it does engineering and design and aesthetic or it makes you think. It's just
yeah,
um it's just I don't know. I want to use my hand I want to use my hands more or
yeah,
but then it's kind of like well around with this modeling and things and I designed a few things and printed them out and most of them have came out the way I want it and worked. One, two things here were like, oh, well, that dimension wasn't quite right, so get and then reprint it again and stuff. So it's probably a little bit like that, but I guess just like I said, I don't have a huge uh need or want to play it. I have more the urge to want to like I said, get expeditions and some reason.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
Minecraft. I don't know. I can't really explain it.
Oh, I'm excited about Expeditions, just like I said, because the other two games seem like they were, um, one of the things I didn't like about Mud Runner, and I mean it's in the name, but it was constantly 100% in the mud, and the way that I guess I just I don't constantly want to be in the mud. I want a little bit of dry spot, like I don't mind being in the mud a little bit, but to me, I want to kind of off road more.
Yeah.
It doesn't
We'll
have
have
to be wet all the
varying
time.
surfaces. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the same with the snow. I didn't want to be. To me, snow driving is kind of a pain in the butt. But but this game, you're in the desert. It's a mixture of things. There's a little bit of mud in spots,
Yep.
but
River crossing. Yep.
it's more like 4x4. Like you've got to pick your line and figure out how to navigate through things, and I think that's why I think I'll like it better.
Well, that's the thing. I saw a few. It might have even been way back on Mixer or whatever. Somebody streaming. Yeah, it could have been. But I
No,
watched
I
some
think it was
stream.
on Mixer. I think you and I were watching them on Mixer
Yeah.
because it was probably one of those streamers we followed was playing it.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's kind of neat, but it's like the terrain got seemed too repetitive. Yes.
Well, and that is something I knew. I mean, it won't be that way right now, but that is something that I do know that eventually there'll be other maps.
Well, yeah,
I
but
mean,
I mean, Mud Runner, like you said, it was repetitive, as in it was just mud, or the snow.
Yeah.
I remember watching somebody doing Snow Runner, and it was just snow. It wasn't like, oh, weather came in and it got muddy, and oh, weather came in and it got snowy. It was just, oh, mud's here. you know, that's
Yep,
all
and
there
it's not
is.
going away.
Around and
I just, at the moment though, I'm really into that mining game. And now I've watched some of the other bigger streamers that I've been following and seeing what they're doing. That's another very good game to get into engineering, design, and like civil engineering and stuff. Um, like this one guy I've been watching, he built a road system and he has a dam, he has a bridge, and he built a tunnel, and he drives from where his mine is to other parts of the map on this road, and it's like wow, the thought that went into his map. He built a lake. It just stuff like that is like wow, just the creativity of what he's doing is just amazing. I'm actually really excited because of building this horse plant because I'm gonna actually make like a wooden shack to kind of go around it, and
oh yeah,
um, I have an idea of what I want to design in my head, and we'll kind of do something. It'll be doing something different than what I've been doing with it because instead of mining, I'll have to actually go out and chop trees down and build. Uh, I'm gonna try and build it rather than buy all this stuff for it.
yeah.
The truck I'm gonna buy though is a little weird because it's actually designed to be going down in the underground part of the mines, but it's cheaper than the other trucks. So, and I'm to the point where I want a truck. I don't care. I want a truck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was watching some of it. I don't get to, pay attention
Well,
because I'm
my stream
usually
schedule's
cooking
been really
breakfast.
messed up. What? My stream schedule's been really messed up the last couple weeks, though, too. But it should finally straighten itself out.
Yeah, because I noticed there wasn't as many ever.
Yeah. Well, one of them is mom. She, for some reason, accidentally either Twitch is unfollowing her or she's accidentally hitting the wrong button and unfollowing me. Um.
What do you mean?
Well, I set up her app. I set up her phone so that she has a Twitch app,
Okay.
and then like you get notifications, and I
Yeah.
get notifications when you stream, and um, well, that's how she knows when it's time to watch. And last couple weeks or last month, there's been like 2 or 3 times that she's like, "I'm not getting the notifications," and then you go into her phone, well, it's not following me, so.
I wonder if she's accidentally hit, not knowing.
Yeah, that's what I wonder too sometimes. So I showed her another way of
I
like, well,
almost
if you
never
know I'm.
use the app. When I do, it I don't want to say it's a little because I use web. I just that way, but for me, but there it can be a little. I guess the layout. If you don't know what things are, you could accidentally
Yeah,
unfollow or whatever.
I I showed her another way. Like, if you know I'm streaming, this is how you search for it. So hopefully I remedied that problem. It's like you know when I'm on
Well,
for
and
the
the thing
most part,
is,
and she knows when I'm not on. Like, she knows what I'm doing and why I wouldn't be on. So.
well, it's too bad. Like now, I mean, some TVs can have it because depending on the brand, and I don't know what they are. But for example, like TVs that have the Roku app won't,
Mhm.
can't have the Twitch blocked. I've tried some kind of side loading bootleg apps and stuff, so I can just cast it to
Yeah.
because used to, and then they blocked it. So now I just do it on the computer. Now, if you're on YouTube, cast to well as the built-in. Well, I can do it to a Chromecast, but I don't have that plugged into the main TV. So
Mhm.
a lot of times, what I'll do is if kids are playing upstairs or something, wintertime, Lego a lot while we're breakfast, I'll have it on up there so they watch what you're doing, but not actually watching. But you're getting another view because I have mine there, and then I have Katie's logged in on the computer, so getting two viewers for one kind of thing.
Mhm. Well, to be honest, I haven't really been doing much other than the mining the last few weeks, and it's pretty kind of the same thing. Um, so you probably haven't missed much. In fact, last week I purposely saved the blowing up the boulder until you guys got on,
Okay.
because there was not so many of those, and that was something different. But that's that's kind of crazy. I've gotten to the point now. I need a break from this game. Like this is fine, but and I still play it offline a little bit. But I'm to the point now where I'm kind of like I kind of want to play something else.
Yeah, need something that challenge.
Yeah, because I've been playing this quite a bit, and I'm kind of that way with ATS. I still like playing ATS multiplayer styles, so that's not an issue. But um, just playing it by myself, I'm a little kind of burned out on it. And I get that way with Farm Sim sometimes too. Like I do this for a few months, and then I'll be like, okay, now I'm all in on it again.
Well, and ATS seems like it would almost be fun, like when you guys are playing casual and
It
else that,
is.
because it is a little more of a co-op. Can be, on the road and like your
Yeah,
TV kind of.
convoying is a lot of fun because
Yeah,
you got someone to sit, kind of like us here. Like you got someone to talk to, and
yeah. Well, and that's what I expect, or that's what I'm looking for. Expeditions is probably going to be similar like that too. So like, okay, you winched up this hill and I'm having trouble. I can hook onto you and or something. Might be a thing that could be done.
yeah, it is.
you know,
Or at least, I guess, from what I understand, because that's like you go and discover a new
here, park
vehicle,
right
and
there. I'm not full, but I'll dump.
I'm full 100%.
Where are you going? I thought. Oh, is
I'm
the
taking it to the I'm
Oh,
taking it
okay.
to the elevator.
All right, all right. I thought you meant the. Okay, it didn't look the graphic didn't look like it was full in there. Like looks like
Oh
you had
no,
room.
it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't look full to the top, but it says it's 100% full.
Okay, well I'll be full by the time.
I guess what I'm kind of expecting to happen, and I'm probably not too far off. So I'm kind of burned out of this right now. There's a few maps I do want to play. I still plan on playing them or whatever. Or I'll just like this time I plan on actually keeping Farm Sim 22 going in the background anyways, and so that way I don't burn myself out on the new one right away if there is a new one. Um, but um, but by the time that comes out, then I'll be ready to hopefully be ready to start streaming. It'll be like, oh, new stuff again.
Yeah.
You might be able to dump into mine, or you could jump into mine and
Oh,
harvest a little bit
well,
more.
yeah, I guess.
I don't think I'm completely full.
Well, I was just gonna wait there because it's
That's fine too. I'm unloading now, so
probably not much.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way back.
Well, I can. Actually, kind of back to the RC. I do end up doing recreating Billy Bob's pickup. I almost, because it's an RC, I almost might try and like recreate the opening scene, right, with them driving, and maybe try to make some scale figures, something. They sell an interior kit. I didn't buy it now, but I can always like
Well, but
that.
you should be able to 3D print your own
But
interior kit,
well,
though.
that's it. And it's more the modeling a person in there. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
probably what I'll do is like that. And yeah, I kind of thought about it. It's like, oh, I could make little buildings and drive up and then
And the pig
do
would
some
the
stop
pig.
motion, and they throw them in the back, and then have, of course, I'd have to cut the windows out if I want pig or bacon hanging his.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a movie. Wow, but we were talking about it. It's they can't watch that until they're into. Want them thinking that they can do that in high school? Like I watched it when I was in high school. As a kid, 99. Like
Yeah.
this. Well, you were almost 19. Yeah, but I'm not gonna let them watch it when they're 16. They'll think I don't know.
I don't. I guess I don't see what. Although I sometimes wonder if my like I don't know. I kind of question sometimes, like, because I watched movies that I definitely know people today would not let their kids watch, but
Well, so
I,
did I. I
can
mean, it's
remember I can remember watching them when I was like 4, um, with
well,
my dad. Like we'd stay up late and watch Friday the 13th or something,
I'm
and
not even talking about stuff like that. I'm talking like I watched American Graffiti when I mean I guess it's a little more subtle. I guess it's a different type of movie,
yeah,
but it's a high school coming of age, and there's stuff you shouldn't do, you know, going on.
yeah,
But then I saw like all the Brat Pack stuff, so 16 Candles and those all those John Hughes and others, um, before I was of those ages, and like they're going to a house party. Or well, even of course that came out in '99 too. Is 10 Things I Hate About You. I mean, again, it's a different kind of movie, but doing things you shouldn't do, and like, I guess
yeah.
I guess it was just kind of like I thought it was kind of odd because maybe not when they're they'll understand, they'll understand it's a by that time, you know,
Yeah.
get away with everything.
No. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's some movies that I probably shouldn't have been watching, and then there's movies that I thought were maybe alright to watch, and then I've like afterwards found out, and, and it's like, well, why not? I don't.
Yeah. Well, um, there's tons of them. I remember watching and not getting even the full effect of them, like the subtleties. I mean, not even teen movies. Like watching, like shortly after it came, I didn't see it in the theater. Like Death Becomes, and oh, that's got language. That's got you know,
Yeah.
other stuff, and it's kind of one of those. It's more, I didn't even fully grasp till a lot later the kind of the way a lot of the humor, the subtle humor, be of oh, what if you could never, basically, what if you never died, or could die, but your body kind of falls apart,
Hmm.
and the whole, everlasting, that stuff. Didn't get the vanity, but I mean, I enjoyed it as a kid, even though I didn't fully grasp it. But there's a movie like that, or I saw like Terminator 2 way too, you know. Tons. Oh yeah, there's tons of other, not kind of violent, or maybe a little in the horror. Yeah. Well, Friday the 13th. Yeah, saw it.
Yeah, no, I remember watching it with my dad when I was like 4 or 5.
I remember, and I haven't seen that probably since I but
Friday the 13th.
yeah,
About like the I think about this, not like the
well,
collector
like,
series or anything,
and
but I
then not
ended up buying those cheap. You buy 4 movies, and it just happened
okay.
to be like one side's Freddy Krueger and the other side's
That was, I was gonna say, the Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy, and
yeah.
I
I
remember,
definitely
I never
watched
remember
those when I
being
was way too young.
scared. I remember being intrigued by the thought of, you know you could, like, die in your dreams and die in real life or something. Like, it didn't
Yeah,
scare me. It was more kind of a, like a, that's an interesting concept, or kind of thing, or the fact that, yeah, they'd go into the dream and they killed him there, or Child's Play, the
yep,
Chucky.
yep.
Um, and I remember that
You
being a
know, that
little.
was that was one that I didn't really watch growing up. It was more Freddy Krueger and Friday the 13th that we watched
I
mostly.
remember not being scared, but I remember, when they're in the factory and the guy gets plastic eyes shoved. I remember thinking, like, ew, that would hurt, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe winced a little, but I wasn't like scared. But I was young when I saw that one. Think of other. Well, and then uh, rom com, uh, like, one that's kind of, because when we had Showtime, it was. I remember it was like the movie of the month. One of them was The Cutting Edge. It's about ice skating. Hockey player
Hmm.
turns ice skater and all. And we just watched this so much. I remember, we were together one time, and it's like we went watch something. Like I had just, it was in like the $5 bin or the $3 bin at Walmart. And we picked it up. It was like, I have the Cutting Edge. That's why. It's like, okay, let's watch that because we neither of us seen it forever. It was kind of nostalgic because we were watching it at age 12 or and
Mm.
again, not a kids movie. I mean, there's a little bit of because it's a love story, but of course didn't that kind of slightly flew over our heads at that age. I mean, we kind of got it, like didn't got it, but didn't really.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It had funny lines in it. That's what we liked about it. The fact that they hated each other, but they had to work together and train and practice.
Yeah.
But there's I could name off others like that. Weren't necessarily like bad, but like age appropriate.
I remember watching Porky's, and I definitely wasn't age appropriate when I watched that.
I saw that on the VHS. I saw that at a friend's house. It was on
Oh.
a sleepover.
My the same friends that I used to stay over and watch the MTV at when I talk about that stuff. So they used to get a hotel room on New Year's night, and for whatever reason, well, it was because the movie channel would for always run a marathon of those because I think there was three of them. They would run all three of them that night, and every year for I don't know how many years we did that. The TV always was on that, and our moms were in the room. Our dads were like they were drinking because you imagine it's New Year's night and they're just having fun, blowing off some steam and whatnot. But we always ended up watching that. I don't know how many years in a row, and it's like I know I wasn't old enough to drive. I had to have been 10, 12-ish, somewhere in there, and it's like might have been a little bit too young to see that movie.
Yeah, I was probably 13. But I also remember it would occasionally be on. Of course, it'd be edited, but it would be on TV
Yeah.
sometimes, like at
No,
like
this
late
was
night.
this was definitely unedited, and it was on something like HBO or Cinemax
Right,
or
right.
Stars or
I'm
something.
I'm thinking like TBS or something, TNT or something have it on. But again, it'd be
Yeah,
highly edited.
yeah. A movie completely forgot about it, and I was reminded of it because of the radio station here in the town I live in. Um, the one DJ that likes to do movie quotes from old movies and stuff. And this week I happened to be listening to he did quotes from Iron Eagle, and I was like, oh yeah, I
Oh,
remember that. I didn't remember that movie. I remember the gist of it, but I'm like, God, I haven't seen that movie in ages.
yeah. There was a few that had come to mind that. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, I own a lot of buying more. Streaming is, and we've talked about this, where something you want to watch isn't there or whatever. It's always on some other app that I don't pay, subscribe to. But
Yeah,
but even then, like I don't on the stuff I do subscribe to, kind of thumbing through. Like it's always a bunch of movies I've never heard of, and some of these can be older stuff too. But it's like I don't know if they're like B movies or something. Obviously, the rights were cheap too, or whatever is why they're up there. But some stuff, it's like I've never even heard of this stuff. Oh, and it's going back to the the mid 2000s or some of this stuff. But there's only a few of the maybe popular ones or ones that I've seen a lot of times. Like, well, you got to be in the right mood.
Yeah.
But then there's all these other ones that like I've never heard of, but they're old. But they're well, now old movies, 20, 25 years old. Like I don't remember that. And and that's the thing. Occasionally, we haven't done this in a while, but last week wanted to watch some TV. We didn't want to watch. Kids were playing. We didn't want to watch a kid show. So we put on some old commercial, and occasionally it has promos from 80s, 90s, and 1000s. And then there's sometimes these promos are like, I don't remember. You'll see a movie. Oh yeah, Ninja Turtles or something. But then there will be like these promos for these movies that obviously exist and obviously then, but they must have been pretty much flops because I'd never seen them or never heard. And I can't even give you an example because I can't even think. But and granted, a lot of movies come out and you just hear about them.
Yeah.
But like when I see them on streaming, I mean, wow, do I want to invest the time in this? There's nobody I know in it, and I don't even. It would be, it could be an action movie. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's almost a meme now to complain about. Like that's the thing. I've seen some wrong, but I just don't care to.
See, and that's about the only thing I watch anymore.
They just don't capture me. And you know what? Star Wars is the new stuff. Just not doesn't have any. I mean, I haven't even. I've seen all the main ones, all this other side quest stuff that they've put out. I have no desire, and I'm sure it's decent, maybe
It's
arguably
good.
good,
I
but
think it's good.
I just guess I'm just not that much into it. I gotta start a new storyline or know a new storyline like the Mandalorian or what. No idea what that is even about. I know it exists and I know it's probably pretty good. I just don't know about investing. Yes, I don't. Just don't need to get that granular in that universe.
Yeah.
Give me the original three and maybe a couple of these not bad prequels. I should rewatch them. Maybe they hit differently now. All this new stuff that's happened, but I just
No, a lot of people.
I didn't really
No,
like them then. They came out,
yeah.
so I can't say that I will like them in secondary watching. But even these, watch the Force Awakens. I've probably seen that probably 5 or 6. But partially that is just, well, let's put it on. It's not bad, but it also doesn't captivate. And the ones after that, I can't even remember what happens in. They were kind of almost forgettable. Maybe it's just I'm kind of growing out of that. I want the familiar. Maybe that's it. Just hope Fire strikes back and the Jedi.
Oh,
I'm
see,
happy, and I'm happy.
I've watched New Hope so many times that I'm just kind of like, eh.
Well, well,
I kind of just, I kind of want something new. I have seen that so many times in my life. It's
well, so have I. But I guess to me, it's not. It's I still, but well, actually, more Empire. I still, I'm still in awe of how they made the movie, and even seeing some of the, noticing the mistakes are kind of um stuff they just couldn't cover up very well. I mean, granted, hard to see the original uh, fixed stuff, but just knowing how it was made, kind of still that is part of the entertainment for those ones. But again, I haven't watched even those in the last years, probably.
yeah.
And then there's like, okay, like I own all the Bond movies up to I think License to Kill, so that's like that like first.
Hey, there he is.
There we go. Yeah, well, and we figured you were probably off streaming or on something or recording something. Didn't know if you'd
What has
been here.
what
Oh,
has
is this
two
one
thumbs
full?
and is awesome.
My gaming channel. Just came in. We were kind of talking.
Are you empty?
No, I'm not. But you must be full, so I can't.
I am full. Um,
I guess I
yeah,
got like
now you can throw
26%.
that in the truck
Well, that's what I was thinking.
because you can't have too much. So
No, I only have like uh, it'll
he says me.
just Raptor Records. What record? A literal vinyl record, a or something you were working on?
Okay, and there's another contract that would be pretty nice, but it's all the way up in 17. Um, so you may want to follow me up.
Well, I am because I'm gonna go.
No, I mean not with the that combine. What I mean is leave that combine on our farm,
Well, I was gonna go part
and
with this other stuff, unload the truck.
when I get the new equipment, you'll have to want to follow me up. We'll take them up together.
No, we're actually kind of talking. Well, a little bit of everything. We're actually talking kind of stuff like Saw Too Young. That might not have been appropriate, but kind of got it. Talking about like the James I own.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, James Bond up to License to Kill. Anyway, I like the new Pierce Brosnan. All right. I like the old stuff.
You know, I did like the Pierce Brosnan's one, and the License to Kill was, I guess, I I watched it a couple times. Um, this this Daniel Craig stuff though, I have
I've liked
just
I've liked some of them,
haven't
but
gotten into.
well, I've liked some of them, and then some. Not.
Yeah, I am streaming. I'm on YouTube and Facebook tonight. Just not my Twitch tonight. I normally do Twitch in the mornings, but I am waiting to hear if I am or not. I may have to do an emergency run. Not like a serious emergency, like someone's dying kind of emergency, but I may have to do an emergency run for the gal friend. So I'm seeing if I'm waiting to hear if I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning or not.
Yeah, I just like the older James Bonds where where the just the time period of and that and less tech heavy. But I part of it is watching those.
You didn't have to bring the truck. You could have left that there too.
Oh, well, I was gonna. I guess I'm already.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, great.
Lagging, and I was like, oh, got some.
Oh, I don't. My You can find me on YouTube.
Yeah, he needs more subscribers on.
Yeah, it's and on YouTube it's Skull52EX is the way to find me. No, I mean that is a sell point for something, but that's not the sell point you're looking here. Jump out. I will take it over there. If you want to hook up the tractor to the grain cart,
Rather than the trailer or the other.
hey, you made it to my face. Hey, you made it to my YouTube. Oh, hold on, I've got too many things going on at once. I ran her into a sign. I am like turned around on this map. Okay, go this way. Go this way. This is the way you want to go. There it is. There's the elevator I want.
I went to and
Yeah, it's over here.
across the.
This is the one I was selling at. Guess I'll park this here for now. Okay. Okay, well, follow me. Let's see if I can get us lost. We're getting some money back in. We're up to almost 170,000.
Yeah, I see.
This will put us close to 200,000 finally. We're getting somewhere. I'm almost enjoying doing contracts over like just trying to run a farm.
Well, because you don't have to worry about other things.
Well, and plus you can just do a variety of things. Do you have Insta Gold?
Oh, I think he's on Instagram. I think he follows me. Do you?
Uh,
Sure.
Um, my Insta is I think it's Skull. I think it's the Skull Crusher 52X. I think the only thing that's not that is my YouTube.
Or if you follow me, which is Junkman AD, hit to air.
And I also on my Twitch, I put my socials on there too. I finally added them on there. Something I should have done a while ago. I actually use my Insta quite a bit for streaming. Um or talking to other streamers.
This one.
Yeah, it's this one. Do we want to start tonight or
Let's. We ain't gonna get much. It's probably late enough. So no. Do we need to haul? Is this the only two pieces of equipment we can use on this one?
unless we want to haul the other stuff up here. But I
Or
guess you'll have to. No.
we'll just.
Well, I'm kind of wondering what'll happen is if we stop and we save it, if the next time we jump on it, there won't be another job.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's kind of call it good stopping point.
Sounds good to me. All right, I'm
All
gonna
right.
end my stream here then,
Yeah.
guys.
I am going.
Have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you sometime this weekend.
Yep. Yep. Well, we watching.